Certain cogs in everyone's business, whether it's a small side hustle or a giant corporate Goliath, constantly require attention. You have client onboarding, advertising, marketing, social media, e-commerce, your email list, funnels, the list goes on and on. And if you're finding any of these never-ending tasks are really eating up a lot of your workday, then it's really time to look at how you can make tackling those tasks more efficient or get them off your plate entirely so you can focus on growing your business. But when should you automate? And when does it make more sense to outsource instead? Hello and welcome to another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. I'm your host, Jennie Lyon, and today I really wanted to spotlight why you may need to automate or outsource and how to decide which is best for the needs of your business and the action steps that you can take to implement one or both into your business. Let's jump into it. So why would you want to automate? So automation is really a strategy to use when you want to keep your work in-house, but you need to save time. And who doesn't want to save time? And in order to set up automations, you really do need to have a few tools. Which tool you use really depends on what you're trying to accomplish. So let's go through some of my favorites. Zapier. Oh my gosh. I'm sure you're using Zapier in your business. Zapier is a fantastic resource that you can use to really implement improvements to your workflow through automation. And there are a few similar options, but Zapier really is the standard. I mean, I have been using it for, I can't even tell you how long. And there really are endless ways that you can use Zapier, but here are some of my favorites. So you can automatically alert yourself or your team, say on Slack, when you get a new lead. And that can be a fantastic resource for your sales team, or just to keep you on top of, hey, there's a lead. How can I start to nurture that lead? You could also set it up to send a Slack reminder for any calendar appointments so that your team doesn't miss any important meetings. You could maybe use it to add new Activecampaign contacts when they schedule through your scheduling system. So for example, I use Vcita for my scheduling. And when someone schedules an appointment in Vcita, it pulls all of their information into my CRM, which is Activecampaign, which is amazing. And instead of waiting for downloads and uploads, you can really automatically publish things like videos to your YouTube account. So really the possibilities here are pretty endless. And suddenly you're no longer checking constantly for new leads because, hey, you're going to be alerted when you have a new one. And your team doesn't have to waste hours logging those new leads into a database or crafting that customized follow-up email because you can automate that all inside of your CRM. So really imagine how much time you'll save at scale when you're collecting dozens or hundreds of new leads and appointments every single day. I have this automated in my business and I'm telling you, wow, what a time saver. And on top of that, automation never sleeps. So while your workday might be over, your automated processes will just keep chugging along, collecting, logging, and automating everything that comes through, right? So it could be emailing those fresh leads and sending through your follow-up campaign, and you don't have to do a thing because you're sleeping. So I do have a really great free downloadable guide that you can use as a head start to streamlining your client onboarding. So that's a process that I feel like every business should really automate because you can free up considerable amounts of time within your workday immediately. So another great tool that I love for automation, and I use this for a lot of my clients, is Hubspot. It's an amazing resource that you can try, that you can really set up different workflows to streamline prospect follow-up, which you can automate through your lead rotation and that task creation. But They also have so many great resources, right? So you can really pick the best automation for whatever it is you're trying to automate. So if you haven't checked out HubSpot, I would highly recommend it. Finally, Activecampaign. So I mentioned it before. I love Activecampaign. I moved over to Activecampaign myself probably about a year ago, and it really is one of my favorite tools for automation. I use it to send all of my emails. I use it as my CRM. I have really hundreds of different funnels set up through it. And really both individual automations are completely set up through different types of workflows, as well as sending regular email campaigns and having different opt-ins all funnel in. The possibilities are just amazing here. And email automation is really a massive time saver because instead of needing to create new content every week, you can really automatically send emails out at your preferred times over days, weeks, months, and you will always be nurturing your email list. So really, if you're not automating like your client onboarding, or you're not automating your email and your list, building, that should be number one on your list. When you're dealing with unique clients, you want them to feel like their needs are being valued, which they should be. And that's something that automation can really struggle with, right? There's certain parts within your sales process and your marketing process that really have to have a human touch. And that's really where outsourcing comes in. You really want to consider outsourcing processes to a dedicated digital marketing team like ours, who are really used to adapting to the needs of different clients at different times. And this way, you're not dealing with a lot of hoops and challenges in-house, because your digital marketing team can handle that for you virtually. So you will suddenly free up so much time in your workday for new opportunities and to focus on things that are really going to grow your business, so that you can focus more on your business and not get stuck in the details. So there's lots of different things that you can outsource to a digital marketing team. So we have a lot of clients that will outsource things like their content marketing. So that could be writing their blog. It could be editing and publishing their podcast. It could be editing and uploading their videos, creating editorial calendars, any type of content that they have going out on a regular basis. Then you could look at things like social media marketing and social media advertising. Those are things we do for most of our clients. And we work really closely with our clients when it comes to social media marketing, because it is one of those types of marketing where you really do need to have the client shine through, so we work closely by gathering a lot of personal information from them. And a lot of times we'll collaborate on certain posts so that they shine through and it never feels like a third party is creating their social content. Another thing we do a lot of is strategy and project management, which is great to outsource because those type of activities can take up a large chunk of your time. I mean, project management alone, wow. I mean, that can be like a full-time job. And then really making sure that the marketing strategy is working and being followed, and, every single month it's being updated. It's a lot of work. Another area that we handle quite a bit is email marketing. So whether it's one-off email campaigns for different types of promotions or events, or ongoing email marketing like list building, lead magnets, newsletters, that type of thing. But the list really does go on and on. I mean, you can hand off things like your webinar creation and management, your online course creation and management. You get the idea. There's a lot of different areas within your business that, you could easily hold on to and try to do yourself. But I know this is a fact because I am so busy that I have a list of things that I want to do that I never get to. So it really does come down to me looking at that list and saying, which one of these things should I really focus on that I can only do and that is going to grow the business, versus what are these things that really do need to be done, but let's just face it, I'm never going to get to it. I mean, I have things on my to-do list, from a year ago. So I like to periodically sit down, look at the list and prioritize it. Which items on the list really do need to be taken care of. I need to outsource those things to my team. There's certain processes and SOPs and procedures that need to be updated. I don't need to do that. Someone on my team can do that. There's different types of things like my editorial calendars and making sure that all of my marketing is running smoothly. I can take the time to do some of the work as far as the initial strategy goes, but really handing that off to someone else to execute makes much more sense and gives me the time that I need to focus on working with my clients individually and growing the business. So you really just have to kind of sit down and think about all of the different things that you're doing on a daily, a weekly, a monthly basis. Which things do you absolutely need to do? Great, prioritize those for yourself. But what things really do need to be done that it's just not happening because you don't have the time, and really you shouldn't be spending your time on that. That's those things that you want to hand off to a digital marketing team so that you can continue to grow your business, but also have some freedom in your own life. All right, so when you choose to outsource to a dedicated team like ours, you're safe in the trust that, professional eyes will be constantly poring over everything to make sure that you're getting the results that you want to get. And not to mention that automation can adapt for outlying situations the way that people can. So when you automate, those tasks will be completed precisely how you set them up, right? And they don't go outside of scope at all. And this can sometimes lead to issues when unique requests come in or circumstances come up that can't be solved through conventional automation. So that's when a team like ours can not only adapt on the fly to these kinds of issues, but can really anticipate what you need and enact independent solutions before even the slightest hiccup happens. And digital marketing teams are really equipped to handle all kinds of business affairs that really don't require your 24/7 attention. And any successful businesses will eventually become overwhelmed with all of these cumulative tasks, things like onboarding new clients, crafting follow-up emails, newsletters, social media, and having a trusted team that's behind you and really can take care of those items for you and help you grow the business while giving you some time to focus on what you need to focus on. It's amazing. And the most efficient automation solutions usually do require the support of a dedicated team to really get the best results. Why? Because that way you can automate all of the strictly uniform processes while delivering excellent, unique care for all of your individual clients while freeing up your workload to focus on growing your business. And when you trust your team to oversee all of those automated processes, then they can really deploy unique creative solutions towards your clients while consistently tweaking and improving those automated processes in real time based on the immediate one-to-one interactions with your leads and your clients over time. So this means things like your client funnel. It can really be in a constant state of evolution without a significant time sink on your part. So it really is the best of both worlds. So this is something I do on my end with my business is I have a lot of different automated processes and I have a project manager who stays on top of these processes. So anytime she sees a glitch in the matrix, she fixes it. So for example, we onboarded a new team member recently, and as the member was onboarding, they had some questions that we hadn't gotten before. And we were really curious as to why are these types of questions popping up? And it's because part of our project management system had changed. So our onboarding training videos for our new hires didn't make sense anymore. So that's just something that we wouldn't know without updating those documents. And luckily that team member was like, hey, this doesn't make sense. And we were able to update those. So instead of me having to carve out, a ton of time at the end of the year to go back through all of my different processes to see, do these all still make sense? We do it on a very real time basis so that we don't really ever have any type of big downtime where I need to go through everything to see, what still makes sense and what doesn't. All right. So here's my challenge for you this week. Take a few minutes, sit down, and make a list of all of the tasks on your weekly to-do list and daily to-do list. And really prioritize which ones of these tasks eat up so much of your time. And do those tasks pop up over and over and over throughout the week or throughout the month? And are there certain tasks on that list that could be automated, right? Think about it. There really are so many things on your list that can be automated that you might not even be thinking about. So for example, I have my client onboarding automated. I have my prospect follow-up automated. I have my team onboarding automated. I have like every single follow-up campaign automated. All of my lead generation funnels, all automated. My scheduling, when someone schedules a call with me, everything's automated. I don't have to do anything other than show up. So there's all these areas of your business. And if you start to see that, oh my gosh, I'm doing this over and over and over every day or every week, it's time to start to think, could some of these things be automated to free up a large chunk of my time every day? And of course, if you have questions or you're not quite sure, can this be automated? Once you've made your list, go ahead and grab a call. Jump over to jennylyon.com/chat, schedule a free call, and let's go through your list. Let's find out which items on your task list can be automated. And maybe some of them can be outsourced as well to really help you move your business to that next level. All right, so what did we learn today? Well, you can really automate all of the repetitive tasks in your business to save a giant chunk of time in your workday. Then you can outsource tasks that really do benefit from having a professional, an expert, that personalized touch. And a digital marketing team can take that over for you. They can not only implement it, but they can monitor, improve your automations for you over time. And of course, remember, there is that balance between automation and outsourcing. And when used in tandem, they can really maximize your overall efficiency. And of course, again, my team, we're so passionate about automating. This is like a huge thing that we do all of the time for our customers. And we're really happy to jump on a call with you to go through what parts of your business can be automated. And if you haven't already automated your client onboarding, please jump over to jennylyon.com/onboarding and download my free workbook. It walks you through how to onboard your clients automatically, build that automation system so that every time you get a new client, you don't have to recreate the wheel by sending them a thank you email and sending them the contract and sending them an invoice and all of those different pieces. You can have that whole process automated. You enter in their email, you tag them as a new client, and boom, they're off to the races. And of course, I'm always happy to hear how automation is working for you. Please reach out, message me on Instagram, or send me some sort of a message on another social media platform. I would love to hear what you're automating, what you're outsourcing, and how it's working for you. And that's what I have for you this week. I hope that you found these tips on automating and outsourcing in your business helpful. I look forward to seeing you next time on another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.